Here we are looking at the NEOM chart. This is the daily, and had a bunch of questions coming on this one over the past couple of days, but just been crazy busy, so I really haven't been doing any video charts. But now that I'm got some time, I wanted to come back here and touch base with it. Pretty much it looks like I've missed the main party. We'll see if there's another one that follows through. But at least now I can get things updated from the technical perspective, and that way, for those of you that care what's going on from the charting perspective, you can now have an idea in terms of supports and resistance levels. So the first thing that I want to talk about and point out is that the price is doing fairly well now. Before you call me crazy and say, how can I say that? Well, if we're looking at more of a overall picture, it was good to see that the price was able to hold above these moving averages here today, being the 10-day, that blue line, and the 20-day, the gray line. Obviously, ideally, it would have been nice to see it hold up here above the 200-day simple moving average when it did break above it a couple of days ago, but it didn't. So the next thing to see was how did it react around the 50-day. And although it's technically closed below it, still closed right in this area, and that's going to be the key thing to keep an eye on. Why is that 50 period and this area right here so important? Well, if we look through the past history of the chart, you can see multiple times the price tried to get up here above the 50-day simple moving average, which just showed us that it was a very key level of resistance. And now that the price is back above it, that's where you want to see a stubborn level of resistance turn into a stubborn level of support. And like I said, technically it's below it, but still well within that little range. So so far it's holding, and that's what you want to see going forward. It's pulled back enough. Obviously this day was crazy, but going forward now, you don't really want to see any more pullback action. You'd rather see just sideways action and see if it can maintain above this key area of support right now, being right around the 0.0078 to 0.008 area. So just to kind of come up with a little range there. The other thing that was nice about today was there was finally a drop off in volume, and that's what you want to see for bottoming out. You want to see volume finally drop off some, and then with any sort of upwards action, that's where you can see volume increase. But it looks like the selling and craziness is starting to come to hopefully an end, given or judging by the volume bar today. But not a guarantee. But compared to the past 2 days, a possible clue that maybe it's starting to settle down here and hopefully put in a higher base, because if it does put in a higher base before heading back up, that is going to be the start of an uptrend. In terms of resistance levels, really the only one to keep an eye on at this point is if it does come up here and revisit the 200-day. It'll be very interesting to see how it reacts up there with this level of price. But all in all, depending on what your strategy is, the chart is still maintaining that key level of support, so that's always a good thing and a good sign of strength for the bulls. If there are any other questions on the chart, please let me know. If not, I'd encourage you to check out bullwarriorstocks.com. If you go there and sign up for the free newsletter, you'll be sent a free ebook. With your newsletter subscription, you'll get chart setups, trade ideas, educational pieces, all sorts of things from big boards down to penny stocks. So there's a good variety, something for everybody. It is all free, so I encourage you to go to the website, sign up, and see what it's all about. One more time, this was NEOM. Thanks for listening.